Mickey and Matt, yeah, they're cranking it up, jumping down theories like a hyperactive pup. Rambo Joe lit the fuse, Dave said take control. Now we're broadcasting live above the rabbit hole. Ancient aliens, lizard kings, government plots and shadowy things, laughing while they're chasing the truth in the dark. Are we crazy? Sure, but that's the spark. So smash that like button, buckle in tight. We're going down deeper than a cue drop tonight. 10 for shining, the jokes are rolling. Hold on folks, the truth is scrolling. Yeah, smash that like button. Welcome to the show, we're live above the rabbit hole. Mickey's on the mic, dropping jokes like bombs. Matt's taking notes while he's reading the songs. Bigfoot, chemtrails, a man in black. Whatever you believe, it'll make you laugh back. Was it real, was it staged? Was the moon landing fake? Ask the boys, they know the code, or at least they'll improvise an episode. Smash that like button, let the madness roll. Welcome to the wild side, above the rabbit hole.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Here we are, and we like being here for you. How you doing, Matt?
Good, man. How was your 17th over the weekend?
My 17th?
Yes.
Yesterday was fun, actually. Well, I had to go. A friend, a good friend of mine's cousin passed away, and he was a great musician. His name was Wade Cohen. You may have known him around town. Anyway, they had a celebration for his life yesterday, and they asked me if I would come play drums on 2 songs as like a tribute. So I went to that yesterday. It was really nice, and then went up to the Barrel House and saw this band, dude, Lodi.
Yeah.
Do you know them?
No.
Do you remember the guy that we had in here that did the Spinal Tap tribute at Zen West?
Yeah, yeah.
The guy's name was Marshall Stone.
Yeah, I know Marshall.
Dude, that guy's one of the best singers I've ever seen in my life. He's in, they're a Creedence tribute act.
Yeah, he was talking about that when he was in here with us.
Bro, it was so good. He's amazing.
I love Creedence, love CCR.
And then I saw Dennis Shockett upstairs at the Barrel House. And then just went home. Went back and chilled out, had a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how was what'd you do?
I got down to washing the cars over the weekend, Mick. Got out, got some sunshine. Woke up the next day and cars just covered in pollen and dust again.
Yeah, no point if you don't cover them, is it, buddy?
It's really not.
No, I agree,
That's
man.
what I'm learning.
I used to laugh at people with like garages that parked in the garage, because to me the garage was always a great place to put everything you didn't feel like putting away.
Yeah.
But when people really use it and then I see their cars, I'm like,
keeps your car in better shape.
Yeah, it really does.
Yes, for sure.
Really does, man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, today's Q School, and what I thought we would do this time is kind of recap all the different Q schools and different people and like things that we've learned, things that make you think differently on your day-to-day now. So, like, basically, I'm going to start off with a question to you.
Well, let's thank our sponsor.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's
get right into it. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. So Goldco, we recently partnered with them. We kind of did a bunch of research on this before we decided to partner with them. You know, we had our interview with Peter Earl, who was an economist. You can go back and watch that episode with him. And I had several meetings with Goldco and found out that these guys are legit and great partners. So you know, if you're worried currently about where this economy's headed, you're not alone in this. And I don't know if you know, but you can roll over your 401k, IRA, or existing retirement accounts into physical gold and silver, and you can do it all tax and penalty free.
We bought some silver, buddy.
We did. We got some precious metals.
Yes, we did.
And in a minute, I'm going to tell you how you can get your 2026 gold and silver kit from Gold Co., which is absolutely free right now if you contact them.
Sweet.
Yeah, they're one of the top rated precious metals companies in the world. They have a dedicated team of specialists who make the process very seamless. Gold and silver have been used as a store value for centuries. And as a hedge against market risk and inflation, you can help protect and diversify what you've worked so hard for. You could go to our website, actually, and no promo code needed. This is rabbitholegold.com. You can go there, read all about Gold Co., find the reasons why you should buy gold and silver. And as I mentioned, you can get started with your free gold and silver kit. You can get a physical copy of this. They're offering it for free right now, or they can just send you a digital PDF. They'll contact you and give you ask you a couple quick questions, and whether you want a physical copy or a PDF copy. But go do that right now. It's rabbitholegold.com. They're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have won numerous awards and accolades over the last 10 years. And because they're a trusted partner of ours, they're offering an amazing deal right now. So you can get up to 10% back in bonus silver or gold just for getting started. So a great way to help protect your savings and get a little extra silver for doing it right now. Plus, you can get that free 2026 gold and silver kit by going to rabbitholegold.com. That's rabbitholegold.com.
I'm in. I'm ready to go.
Yes, sir.
I would be willing to do it. That was a long one. Got all the details out on that.
All the details. Once you know everything.
Yeah, well, you should know everything when you're investing your future, you know?
Yes.
Not invest, whatever, diversify and get it going. So that's good. Thank you to them. And so, yeah, Matt, like I was saying, the Q School thing has been something that we've done for a while now, every Monday. And I thought this week, why don't you and I kind of catch up with ourselves where we are on it? You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I'll ask you, where are you on Q? What has it done? How's it changed your life? What's it make you think about? Different conversations you have, etc.
I mean, the knowledge of this obviously is life-changing, right? I mean, they call it the Great Awakening for a reason.
Yes.
Because, you find out that you're living in the Matrix.
Yeah.
I think I told you a while ago, my wife and I went back and rewatched that movie with, and you understand why that's used in this movement.
Without a doubt.
They talk about the White Rabbit and the Matrix and everything, because you learn that you're kind of plugged in and that everybody's kind of lied to you.
Your whole life.
Yeah. So, it's a major life change when you start to really learn about this from credible sources, not the mainstream media, what they tell you, not what the liberal media has told you about how everybody in this movement is nuts and crazy. So you start to do everything in your life differently once you learn this information.
Yeah,
I consume news differently.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
I think the thing it did for me. Well, I want to start right here. I agree with everything you've said, every single thing. One of the things I'm seeing lately, and to me, it's a good sign. You're starting to see a lot of Q not being Q explanations, meaning Q wasn't real. One guy says it's a quantum computer that did it all, messing with people.
Yeah.
Other people say, it was a hoax. Here's all I know it did. Taught me a bunch of stuff about things I didn't know. So in that aspect, it's totally real. And whether or not the narrative of what it actually is correct, the military running the world and they're running Q, whatever. Like, I don't know that. Here's what I do know, that whoever was behind it did good. No bad has come out of Q. Somebody tell me a bad thing that came out of Q.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I just want one bad tragedy, one bad, huge thing that screwed something up. There isn't any. Only facts that we didn't know. And it's dawning on me slowly that we are coming to a boiling point here. And I don't know, did you see England this weekend?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know what's happening over there.
It was massive. And they're flat out saying we want freedom of speech. And a lot of people don't realize
that.
Nick Shirley, there's over 100,000 people
in
London Square, whatever that's called. And at the end of the day, England was chanting USA, USA. England, this can't be right. Victoria, $500 rant.
Wow. Victoria, unbelievable. Thank you so much. Thank you kindly. She says, wish you both love.
I don't know what's happening, dude.
That's a lot of love, and we appreciate you very much. Thank you. That's incredibly meaningful.
God, these people are just, I'm not emotionally good. Anyway, right now, I'm just stressed beyond belief.
Yeah.
And praying for a miracle. And then you get things like this and you're like, keep going, dude.
That's a pretty good miracle.
Keep going, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I really think, I mean, I don't know the numbers where we go. England, God, I wish you could come on. I wish you were on Rumble and we could bring you on. Where we go, see that all, Matt, about 5 up from the bottom? Blue. One more.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The name, where we go on, we go all England. That person's in England. 800,000. That's just
wow.
1 million people showed up. And where we go on, we go all England. Am I lying? Was the crowd not chanting USA?
I'll put the call link up in case anybody, if they want to join us or anybody wants to join us today in the conversation.
Yeah, for me today, the show is about, I don't think that went up, Matt.
No, I didn't put it up.
I'm sorry. For me, the show is today about letting our audience know and the people that are new what this has done for us. And it's crazy.
Yeah, the call link is now pinned. So if you were there and you want to talk about that, please click the link, come on with us, and join the conversation today.
One of the things that really freaks me, by the way, the link is only in Rumble. If you're on Facebook, you can't get the link.
Yeah.
But what I want to say to everybody is, to me, what Q taught me is that everything you see is on purpose. Everything. What gets in front of our eyes is decided. And when I started realizing how weaponized the media was, I just stopped watching it. That's all I did. And then, all right, I'm not going to watch. I'm going to read. I'm going to watch alternative news. And when you watch alternative news, it's amazing. It is amazing. And, a guy like Nick Shirley, who people call him part of the 60,000-man army, I hope so. I hope that's our Patriots.
It sounds like it. I mean, I think that's what Dave and Rambo.
Yeah. I mean, I really believe that people are being picked out for these parts. Dude, you don't go to the country that we declared our independence from, who, by the way, England, I don't care what anyone says. I'm not talking about the royal family. I'm not talking about I'm talking about English, British people. I'm going to say British people. Okay. I love these people. They are good, hardworking, just like Americans, right? I saw a black English girl yesterday destroy these lefties over there. Destroy them with nothing but logic and truth. Never raised her voice, never got out of line. These lefty, God, the words I want to use right now. These lefty, ridiculous people are protest, and this girl simply walks up and said, and the sign says something racist England, and she walks up and she said to them, tell me what is racist about what's happening right now. And this girl goes, well, like they hate Muslims and and she goes, no, we don't hate anyone other than people telling us who we are isn't good enough, that we have to change who we are in our own country. This is the other thing I'm finally ready to say out loud. For all immigrants everywhere in the world, when you show up, have some respect. We owe you nothing. We built this country. The people that are here now and have been.
And as Americans should have the same respect when we go to another country,
doubt.
Of course.
Without a doubt. I'm not going to move to France and tell them that, I'm sick of all this pastry shit, right? I'm not going to move to France and say, I'm tired of hearing French.
Of course, right.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to France.
Tell the Italians to get rid of this pizza over here.
Yeah. It's like, I just don't get people anymore. And by the way, there's a whole lot of upticks. I don't know if this summer is going to pop off, Matt.
Yeah.
There's going to be some major.
I hope not, man.
How about the Chipotle in D.C. last night?
Yeah, it was crazy.
17 teenagers. I just used that number. 17 teenagers, literally all out brawls. 20 fights going on. Just
Yeah, they were throwing chairs,
Yep.
and it was at Navy Pier.
Yeah, at the Navy Pier. And let me tell you something else. I'm at the point where these 17, 18-year-old people, and they keep going, oh, they're kids. Nah, I'm not buying it anymore. I think it's time for grown men, literally, to just start showing younger men what respect is. I do. Enough excuses, enough blaming, enough, oh, it's that way because. Yeah, well, change it. Just change it, right? Just stop doing it. React to it. Like all these protests, I don't know why you haven't seen like 8 million people from the right show up. You know why? Because we know it's pointless to go stand in an echo chamber and scream that we don't want kings and scream that everything's not right. Dressed up in costumes with your fake signs. All of it. I'm just so sick of it. Here's what Q taught me. F these people. They're the problem. That's it. They're the problem.
Well,
the liars,
there's
the cheaters.
There's propaganda forces behind all that, of course. Money and propaganda.
Yeah.
A lot of propaganda that's brainwashed a lot of people into thinking that their fellow Americans are their enemies.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And that's their point. I mean, they've been very successful with a lot of people, unfortunately.
But I want people in America to look at England right now. What's going to happen if you keep pushing? If you keep pushing, this is, I think, the thing that people don't understand about America. We listen, right? We appease you. We recognize your challenge, right? We recognize the land. All this other horse shit. But eventually we get to a point where we go, yeah, okay, it's time to fight. What do you want to do? Where do you want to fight? Nope, I'm done listening. Time to fight. And then that's when the other side goes, see, they're crazy. They're crazy. No, what's crazy is you telling me all the things you've been telling me the last 5 years between DEI, COVID, all this vaccinations, all this other crap. It's just enough. Like, I'm not saying we should walk around and just start punching people in the face, but we got to start shouting people down. We know we're the majority. We know it.
Well, I mean, hopefully we can start to inform some people about the real state of things here. You know, there are going to be certain people who will be open to new information, and like I said, in order to do that, I think the biggest thing is we need to make it safe for them to be able to change their minds. And how do we do that?
Well, we tried showing them. We tried saying, hey, look at this. Look what you're looking at isn't the truth. This might be.
Well, I think they get a lot of, left versus right talking points, you know?
That's all they get.
That's all they get. And they're taught to believe that all the right wing talking points are the wrong. So you got to kind of go a level above all that, right? I mean, you can't, this isn't Democrat, Republican.
Well, you
right?
and I are, I don't mean this like we're better than any, I just mean when it comes to the other side, Matt, we're 10 left. We're so past what they're yelling about.
Yeah.
Because we know that what they're actually yelling about is screwing them too. Their own propaganda is the problem. The things they're saying that's right and that we need to do, like, is the problem. I've been reading nonstop now for months about the truth about things. Like Obamacare, I used to think in the beginning, wow, you know what? I get it. Everybody should have health care, and they should, I believe that. But the way we did this and how it was forced down everybody's throat and how ineffective it was, and we're going to pretend now that that's Trump's fault, that insurance is screwed up. Like, get real. I'm just done with that BS stuff. Like, I'm at the point now when I discuss something with someone, I literally go like this. Listen, if you're going to come at me that Trump's the problem, I can't have the conversation. This is 250 years in the making, these problems. At least 50.
I mean, part of the problem in getting a big part of the problem in getting through to a lot of people is their extreme TDS hatred for Trump.
Bingo.
On the other side. That's that's the tough part. We need some sugar to help the medicine go down. And maybe that means, not telling them that, not coming out and saying that Trump is the savior, but saying that, listen, this is what true patriots are doing right now. It's not about right or left. It's about being a United States, this is happening worldwide, of course. I'm speaking directly about us. I know we have some international listeners, but speaking, specifically about the United States, that this is U.S. patriots we're talking about here. This has nothing to do with Democrats and Republicans. Two wings of the same bird, right?
It's literally the same team.
Yeah.
Congress is one team. Shirts and skins.
Yeah. Good and evil.
Remember when we practiced sports, Matt? Did you ever, I forget, did you play soccer at all?
Yeah, I played
did you
soccer
ever have
when I was a kid.
One side wore the pennies, like the vest thing, the colored shirt?
Yeah, I forget what we did.
Or you played, when I was a kid, we didn't have
shirts and skins,
We played
right?
shirts and skins.
Yeah, right.
Right? It's the same team. But you were trying to beat each other.
Right.
But you played by the same rules. And you knew if the guy on that side scored, that was awesome, because game time, he's going to score for us then.
Same money, same evil forces.
Everything's the same. Then you get guys come in that go like this to everybody. Hey, I'm draining the swamp.
And what did they try to do to those people?
I want to
name the list of things that they try to do to those people.
Which people that were trying to drain the swamp? Yeah.
Yes.
They canceled them. They set them up. They banished them. They banished them.
That's all the stuff I looked at. I was like,
Yeah.
you got to take a look at that and say, why? Is it because he's a king and he's a Nazi?
Yeah. You know what? Exactly.
Is there evidence of any of that? Is he breaking laws?
Right.
Is he doing things that are breaking
No,
laws?
I just don't like him, Matt.
Do you see? What has he done that's racist?
Well, he says what's on his mind.
Yeah. And then you got to go, well, look, if none of that is true, and they're trying to do all of those things to him, jail him, get him on these trumped up charges.
Yeah.
Trying to assassinate him.
They literally have tried to kill him 3 times. They tried him in Congress. I don't know how many times, that whole debacle.
And then you got to ask yourself why. Why are they doing that?
Because he's taking the free ride away. When will everyone realize this?
All the money's drying up.
If you watch the news at all, and a month and a half ago, Ilhan Omar, was worth, what was it?
30 million.
30 million.
Yeah.
Then how does it go down from 30 million
to
Mick,
90,000? I often have that problem where I think, do I have $30 or 30 million in my bank account?
Remember.
I think it's 30 million.
Wait,
it's only $30.
Did I marry my husband or my brother?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't really figure out. That's the shit I'm done with.
Yeah.
And the fact that lady is still a senator.
I'm ready for arrests, man. I'm ready for deportation. Are we ever going to see that?
Yeah. I do think so.
You do think so?
Yep. I do.
I know a lot of people have been waiting a long time for all this stuff to happen. But we haven't been waiting that long, you and I.
Well, we have. We didn't know how to articulate it. We always felt it.
We didn't have the bigger picture.
Right. We never knew why. We never knew why.
Yeah.
We knew they should be, but why?
Yeah.
And I think now, what we're seeing now is that as people wake up, the ones who are still asleep can't deal with it because they have no critical thinking. Zero.
Yeah.
Have you seen the guy with the roadblock the other day?
Well, they're beaten down with propaganda, and they're doing a very good job with them because if you notice on the kind of conservative side of things, or the people who support Trump, part of that messaging is never get rid of the people who don't agree with you. It's always about let's talk. Let's have a debate. Let's talk about the facts. The other side is cut them out of Facebook. Don't be friends with them on Facebook anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they disagree with you. If they like him, you need to cut him out of your life right now. Your boyfriend, your husband, your brother, your father. I don't care who it is. You cut him out of your. That's the message.
Yeah.
That they give them. And that's cult to me.
It's beyond cult.
Right? That's the brainwashing propaganda that's happening over there. I mean, how many people on your Facebook have you seen where they take pride in saying, well, got rid of another 14 people today.
Look at me.
Bye.
I don't read it anymore.
I want to live in an echo chamber.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I don't scroll Facebook that way. I go to Reels.
Yeah. You've seen that though, haven't you?
That's why I don't watch.
Yeah.
I don't read it. I don't know what my friends are doing.
Yep.
In that way.
Yeah.
If they want me to know, they can call me. I am done with social justice warriors. I am done with young women, no offense, thinking they know anything at all. I watch young women on Facebook all the time giving their 2 cents. And I'm like, I don't know what planet I'm living on anymore.
Yeah.
I'm totally disconnected from the way people think. And it is so ridiculous to me that people cannot see the fog. Like
Well, look, I slip back into it every now and then. I feel I feel like I still have one foot in the normie world.
I'd have both feet in the normie world. I can have both feet in the normie world and still realize the normie world's insane. I can walk around in an insane place.
No,
I've done it my whole life.
But you get sucked back into the normal
don't anymore.
News cycle. Not at all.
I'll put Fox on every now and then. I'll catch something, but I really don't follow it like I used to. Now for news, this is all I do now. I search news sources. I read headlines. I'm able to decipher right away. That's BS. What's this? Like the England thing. I read 2 different stories about Nick Shirley being
Well, that's
there.
what I mean. Yeah, you gotta read. I catch myself though. I will now find myself catching myself.
Yeah. One of the stories yesterday was that Nick Shirley was instigating riots in London, whatever area that's called, where they had the big stage.
Yeah, they said he was instigating riots.
Instigating
what was he doing?
uprising.
He was probably interviewing people.
No.
Right?
He got on stage. That's what you don't understand.
No. I'm asking, why were they telling him he started a riot?
He led the parade.
Oh.
He was in front of them. Like they're walking down the street and he's got his camera and his mic and he's like, I'm here in England, and they're sick of not being able to say what they think. Right. And he walks up to this protester and he's real calm. And he goes, why can't I say Islam sucks? You just said Christianity sucks. And the girl is like, you cannot say anything bad about the prophet and the religion. And he goes, yeah, I can. I can. You don't have to like it, but I can say it's bad if I want. And you just look at the other people's faces like, wait, my threat doesn't scare you anymore? No. Calling me an Islamophobe, Mickey Coachella, I don't care.
Well,
calling me a racist, I don't care.
Over in the
none
UK,
of it's true.
They are they're arresting people.
Yeah, you're not
saying
allowed to
things
say
on
it.
Facebook.
Right. You're not. It's pathetic.
It's sad. I mean, I don't think a lot of people in the United States really appreciate the First Amendment because it's not like that anywhere in the other world. You have this you have this vision of like Canada and the UK being so modern and they can say whatever they want over there, free speech. But this is proof that in Canada too, you can pass legislation against speech if they can try anyway.
I think back to how many people, like I'm reading one in the chat room right now, Icy One. I'm blacklisted on Facebook. It's because I was ahead of the game on COVID and was spreading the truth. Now think about that. Where's Mark Zuckerberg's formal letter of apology to all these people that he just blacklisted, that he canceled, that they just squashed, got rid of all their information?
Well, he showed up to Congress and when Trump got elected, didn't he? And he
wore a suit and a tie, didn't he?
Hey guys,
and he wore a suit and a tie.
I'm on your team now.
Yeah, Mr.
I want to be on your side.
Yeah, Mr. Rebel when Obama was in and he had his hoodie on in Congress and everybody thought it was so cool until somebody went, hey, Mark, you're a dick and we know. Come talk to us. Yeah. Then he shows up in a suit. Well, I'm just trying to create a space. Shut up. Shut up. You're a dork.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
Cool.
I'll be in the club.
Yeah, I'm cool. I ripped off everybody to get where I am. I've lied to everybody. I've financed elections that were illegal. Yeah, I'm great.
And so how is your vision of quote unquote conspiracy theories changed since
Well,
you've learned things here?
Things that I used to think conspiracies aren't conspiracies. They're facts now. That's the main thing. Aliens, UFOs. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's a fact. So I don't want to hear that anymore. If it's a conspiracy to you, wake up. I can't be responsible for what you're dreaming. I can only comment on what's real. Right? So aliens, number one. The pyramids. Everything we know about them is bullshit. Everything. There isn't any more truth to anything we've learned. That's what I'm finally realizing.
Yeah.
Everything was a lie. I mean, there's some truths, right? Obviously. There's things that are truthful, of course. But everything we believe, our history, where we come from, why we fought wars, it's all, single bit of it is bullshit.
You look back at what our CIA was saying to Kennedy before they assassinated him, what they were trying to get him to do, and it's unbelievable, man.
When a president says, I'm going to shatter the CIA into 1,000 pieces, and then that same president's head is shattered into 1,000 pieces. Yeah, I've seen enough. I know who I'm living with. And finally, I believe, unlike these morons, that the president, albeit ugly and nasty and mean and like he's in the Hells Angels, is said enough. By all means, I'm getting this country back to the people. Listen, if we were attacked by a country, right? If Russia attacked us or China, would there be anything that comes out of your mouth that goes, well, we shouldn't do that to them?
Yeah.
No, there wouldn't be. Nothing. So when our leaders have attacked us, I literally am fine with destroying those people. They are enemies of the state.
Yeah.
They are treasonous. They are liars. And I don't buy any of it anymore. None of it.
You mentioned the aliens, and somebody in the comments just talked about the Trump picture that was posted today,
where he's walking with the alien in handcuffs.
Yeah,
bring that up, bro.
I'm gonna try to bring it in here.
There it is. Save as up, right down, right up, right there. Yep.
No, I'm gonna have to convert it.
No, you won't. Oh yeah, that's all right. Anyway, dude, there's so many different ways. Like while you're doing that,
yeah,
I'm gonna talk to the chat room. Like so many different ways to me, where people can honestly understand what Q has done without having to know anything about Q. I say it through this now. People go, what Q? I go like this. I go, listen, it was guys in the very beginning that were understanding something that was being told to them in code. I don't know who really started it. I don't know where it came from, but I know that it led to everything going good right now. Whether it's Pizzagate, the cabal, all this stuff's in Q.
Yeah.
Why are we pretending that everything that's coming true wasn't in there? That's the part that's so I'm like looking at people now like, F off. I don't take you seriously. If you can't look that was posted in 2017 and it just came true and their whole motto is future proves past, they've said that since the beginning. If you can't in your head put together what is happening, you're the problem.
Right.
Not the people figuring it out. And stop saying that they're just imagining it. It's facts. They're coming true.
Yeah, I mean,
stop. I don't.
That was a big part of it for me. Was seeing all the Q proofs, right?
Yeah.
I mean that was a huge part of it. I mean, obviously, I think there are people who pretend to know a lot about this, and they they've probably read articles that the mainstream media has posted about it. But they haven't looked at what these guys are presenting. You know what I mean? They're not looking at the Q drops and matching it up with all the events that have happened all along. And that's part of what helped me to understand things, and we hope it's going to help other people too. We've got it in our Q series. You can just go to the playlist on Rumble and find our Q School series right there, and go back and watch all of the amazing Q proofs that these Anons have presented to us over the
Dude,
last weeks.
There's a couple that I want to mention. Like number one, the 60,000 man army episode with Dave from News Treason.
Yeah.
Was so settling for me because if it didn't do anything else, what it did do for me was make me realize that there isn't anything in the world. Save image as Matt. Yeah. There isn't anything in the world that I know of that's even close to it.
Yep.
Nothing has ever been done like this. And we're all love to know that throughout history, the military has debuted weapons when they felt it was necessary to debut them. Right?
Yeah.
I think things we're seeing is the military telling us we're in control. Get your country together. We're protecting it from the outside. You guys need to get your shit straight from the inside. See, that's the thing that gets missed in this a lot. The military can protect us from the outside world. We got to do our due diligence inside. That's where elections, that's where protests, that's where making your voice heard is all so important.
Yeah.
And Matt, I got to tell you, looking in the monitor right now, put your head down a little bit, just like that, like down on. Yeah, dude, all I see is the silver gray.
Yeah,
you look phenomenal.
Well, thank you, man.
It looks great on you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I had to interrupt the show. And
I'm
be
trying
for a
to get
second.
everything else out of it here.
Yeah,
cut out.
You're getting there, bro. You're gonna look so good at the end of this. Makes me pissed off.
Yeah, you mentioned the military, and that was another big thing for me. I mean, something I never learned in school, something that I didn't know as an adult was about the Law of War manual, and what the Department of Defense says about the military. I don't even know that I was aware that Lincoln had used this.
Yes.
During the Civil War.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And, we had explained I think it was Dave or Rambo, one of the guys who first explained it to us in our series. But just the fact that, this is in print. You can get a copy of the Law of War manual.
Yep.
And you could see the protocol.
Yes.
And you can see that they don't have to tell the American people.
No. They don't.
They can do this if it's a national security threat. They don't have to tell us anything.
Yeah, and I want to speak directly to most of the Starbucks baristas who seem to find their way to so many protests where you want answers and accountability. First of all, shut up when you don't have any idea what you're talking about. Second of all, get my name right on the cup. Third of all, shut up again until you even can quote actual constitutional violations and understand them. Stop acting like you know anything. You don't. You know nothing. I talked to a guy last week who was telling me how Trump is shredding the Constitution. So I looked at him and I went, okay, give me the first tear. He goes, well, first of all, he put the National Guard. I go, not against the Constitution. Next. What do you mean? I go, and I break it down for him. Get on Google, show him everything, hold it up to him. And he goes like this, whatever, dude, you know I'm right. No, actually, I know you're dead wrong. You can't accept it. Here's the other thing. People need to understand something in a free country. There's going to be times where you hate the person in charge. We're electing our own people. There's a lot of assholes. Trump can be an asshole. We know it. He's not the calmest, nicest communicator in the world.
No, but he's real.
He's as real as it gets.
And that, but a lot of people aren't used to that. They're used to the polished Obama, Clinton.
It's further than that, Matt. It's
president speak.
They're
right?
used to being lied to.
When they hear a guy, right? But I'm just saying, that's what they're used to. They're used to this slicky boy, polished sound.
Yeah.
And when you get a real guy coming on and dealing with people, how everyday people talk to each other, they're shocked. They're like, "Whoa, this guy's a jerk."
Both of my sons will tell you this. If I walk in the room and I go, hey, guys, do me a favor, help me real quick. They both jump up. They'll help me with whatever it is. If I say to them, hey, man, do me a favor, take the trash out. I go, okay, Dad, can I do it after this? Yeah, no problem. 2 hours later, I'll come in and the trash is still there. And I go like this every time. I go, hey, man, don't forget the trash.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad, I'm sorry. Sometimes they'll jump up right then. Other times they go, I promise, as soon as I'm done. Now, the third time I walk in the room, I don't say anything. I grab the trash and I look at them. I go, this is just about respect. Oh, Dad, I'm so... Then they'll jump up and grab it from me. But like the whole point is you're supposed to be able to look at somebody and go like this. No, you're wrong. You're just wrong right now. Just be wrong right now. It's okay. Just be wrong. And if you are the type of person that goes, I'm never wrong.
Yeah, well, that's part of the problem. People, a lot of people have problems changing their beliefs when they find out that they're wrong about something. You know what I mean? That's a big thing. That's a tough thing for most people. They like to be congruent and
not
consistent
challenge themselves.
And be like, no, I wasn't wrong. I'm not wrong about that. There's a real problem with that. That's why I said we have to make it very safe for people to change their minds.
Can we talk about that part for a minute?
Yeah.
I think we can't be safe anymore. I think we've tried to be safe for so long that it got us here. I think we're at a point where we have to stop looking at people and just doing this. Stop. I'm not playing this game anymore. If you need to scream all this and you really think that's what's going on, then go. Just go. I can't have a conversation with you. If everything is Trump's fault, if everything in our country is Trump's fault, I cannot have a conversation.
Well, look, there's going to be certain people who I think are just lost. I know a couple people who I don't think are ever coming back. You know what I mean? No matter what you present to them, put in front of their face, no matter how you do it, I just think that there's no way they're going to ever change their mind. But there are people who would be willing to have a conversation with you at least, right? They may already have their talking points lined up and all their beliefs solid in their head, but they would at least have a conversation with you.
You know, my favorite things to learn, Matt, my whole life is the opposite of what I thought. If I thought something and someone taught me something, I immediately go like this. Oh my God. I didn't know that. I thought this. And then you understand, like, I don't know. I don't understand why people would rather be wrong and feel great.
Yeah, wouldn't you rather have truth?
Yes. I mean, that's the part where I go, what is happening here? Are you that afraid and that insecure that you can't accept truth because it shatters your own identity?
Yeah.
Well, then your identity is weak as shit. If it cannot be adjusted, your identity sucks. You're not a strong person.
Look,
you're the exact opposite. You're a weak coward.
That's something we can talk about, Mick, because, you know, when you and I first got into this, we were introduced by Joe Rambo.
Yes.
We were doing the old podcast. We weren't even doing Above the Rabbit Hole.
We were just talking about bands and shit.
We're just doing
news.
Fun entertainment stuff. And you and I both went, well, this is interesting, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's a little
weird. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
We were a little cautious at first about even talking about it on the other show. We're like, I don't even know, man. I don't know if we should approach this. But, you know, we're lucky that they're all great teachers. All the guys that we've met have been amazing teachers, and they knew how to feed it to us.
Well, you know who you know who the best teachers are? The ones that know things.
Well, of course.
Right? So when you listen to guys that know things.
But there are people that know things that are not good teachers.
Agreed. No, I know. Yeah, some people can have the knowledge and just be a dick.
Yeah.
But what I find, and I'm getting worse because I see it in myself now. My tolerance for bullshit is at an all-time low. I'm literally like.
Well, that's the attitude that we approached Q with from the beginning. We're like, you know what? We're not going to play. We're not going to come on here and be like,
oh wow,
oh yeah, this is, you know, we're you know, we're going to speak the truth. Whatever we really feel about things, that's what we're going to do. And yes, we got information that slowly showed us that there's at least some truth in all of this, right?
Put that second to bottom text up, buddy. Rubik's Cubed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the one above it.
The man that doesn't hate being wrong is a man that loves to learn.
Read the one above it.
I like that, though.
Read the one above that.
Good.
That's a great one, too.
Yeah.
But read this one.
At Victoria, my grandpa used to also say, today is the tomorrow that you worried about yesterday.
Think about that statement, right? There's somebody in my life, I tell them all the time, I'm like, just stop worrying. It does nothing.
Yeah.
You're either going to do something or you're not. It's either going to be good or it's going to be bad. Stop trying to worry yourself into things. You can't. And eventually, like now with I literally look at people and I'm so frustrated that people are so blind.
Well, look, man, think about this, okay?
Yeah.
Think about if we had never met Rambo.
Correct.
What would you be doing right now? You'd be
Selling
watching
cars.
Fox. You'd be watching Fox News, though.
Be selling cars, watching Fox News.
Yeah.
And I would not come out of my house. I would just be so depressed, miserable.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
most people, as wide-reaching as this is now, and as big of a community as there is, this is still relatively underground. It's just starting now, I think, to breach, I guess, what you would call the mainstream, right? Like little pieces of this are floating up to the mainstream. You're hearing, guys like Jim Brewer talk about some of this stuff in his podcast, in his comedy now. My parents just saw him the other night, by the way.
What'd they think of him?
I thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's I think more than half his set was all conspiracy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm heading with it. So.
Yeah. I forgot where I was going with this, man, but I think that was my point. My point was that, if we had not met Joe Rambo, we might still be in that place right now. So, I mean, that's why I think we are so motivated to do this series, the Q School series, because it spoon feeds it to people, in little doses. And these guys that we bring on, they know how to teach it. They know it so well, and they're good teachers, and they know how to show you different things.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, the right things at the right time.
Because they did the work to find out the truth, so they know how to show you.
Yeah.
Right? And, I mean, like, dude, there's so many things that are coming out now. I don't even know if some of them are true, but they deserve to be talked about. They're not goofy, crazy, lunatic people. You know who says that? The mainstream media. Do you know why? Because they're not doing work. They're doing what they're told. When you don't do the work, you don't know anything.
Yeah.
And that's my huge frustration. Hey, $10 from, if I can get this to come down. Stadium Zone 1, $10. Smash that like button, friends.
Thank you.
Buy these guys a coffee.
Thank you.
That is so sweet. Thank you, Stadium. Could not.
Icy One gifted 5 subscriptions to Above the Rabbit Hole. Thank you very much.
That's very nice.
Do we have another one there, Mick?
That's all I have. Let
me see.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I thought there was one more, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, you probably. I don't know.
I was going to talk to you now about,
Oh, Double L. 555. Happy Monday, Mickey and Matt, and all our Above the Rabbit Hole friends.
Thank you very much.
$10. Thank you, Lisa. That's the sweetest. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I was going to mention, like PSYOPs. I mean, that was a really big thing for me.
Massive.
Just learning how our government and the media, you look back at things that happen in the news, and that was mind blowing for me. Reading Mike Flynn's book.
Yep.
Will give you a really amazing overview of where the battlefield is today.
And Icy One right there, exactly to what you're saying. Q drop 3029. 4 to 6% brainwashed. Will never wake up even when presented with facts. And
that's in a Q drop.
Yeah. And they're building a ton of mental health facilities now all over the country. They're expecting this, Matt. I'm telling you, when whatever goes down, A lot of people are going away. There's a lot of soft babies in this country, and they were allowed to be. Like, just ridiculous people. Like, all these insane, where we identify as Zers. You know what you identify as? A complete asshole. That's what you are. You're just an asshole. And stop forcing us to play in your cosplay life.
We're in America. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, don't bring me in.
Identify however you want to do.
And if I'm going to call you a dude because you were born with a dick, sorry. That's just the way I am. I'm not going to appease people anymore. I'm not doing it at the sake of our society. I'm not. Men are not playing with boys. I mean, with girls. You're just not playing sports with girls. You're not doing it. It's stupid, and I'm not going to pretend anymore. And you can hate me. You can call me whatever name you want. I don't care, because you're the problem. You are the problem. Stop making me live in fantasy land. I'd like to enjoy reality. We only get one trip around the sun, right? In life. I mean, you get many trips around the sun, but you know what I mean. On this rock. You get one shot at it. Let me just deal with the reality of it, not your pretend stuff. You can't be called a boy or a girl and you need to be called something else. Have someone else call you that. I'm not doing it. There's no more games in my head. I'm exhausted mentally of appeasement. I'm sick of appeasing people. I'm over it. I don't owe you that in a free country. You're not a child. You're a grown ass man or woman in your 20s. Get it together. If you need a nickname that you are Zer, Zai, Zena, shut up. Get it from somebody else. Your stupid other friend with the cat ears on, pretending she needs a litter box. I'm done with this shit. It's insanity. You're not serious people. Stop. You're not in the discussion anymore. That's just where I'm at. Other than that, I'm doing good.
Talk to me about psyops, though.
The whole thing is a psyop. That's my point.
No. Talk to me about what was one of the most shocking things for you. For me, it was, when you look back and find out what happened, for instance, with like 9/11.
Dude.
Right? I mean, that is wild.
Well, it's so criminal.
And listen, if you brought that up back in 2001 or 2002, you were a lunatic.
Bill Maher said this. Bill Maher said, stop calling a guy that flew a plane into a building and died a coward. It's the exact opposite of cowardly. In a sense, I hate to say it. I get his point. A coward's not doing that. Sacrificing their own life for something they believe, even if it's dead wrong.
Or they just have religious beliefs that are so strong, people in this country can't understand it.
But is that cowardly? No.
No.
It's not.
Did they even fly into planes?
Right. Was there even anybody in there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sick of all these people. That's the thing. I'm just sick of people that need special attention. Like, no, you don't. Right? I don't get it anymore. I don't judge people about their hair color. I don't judge people about the nose ring. You want to be, you want to look like fishing tackle. And you want your face to look like a bait shop. That's on you, dude. I don't care. But don't come at me with all this BS, right? That you need this and you deserve this. And you don't deserve anything. You deserve respect and kindness. The moment you try to manipulate me or you, we're done. We're done. I'm not playing it. Got another rant, Matt. $17.
Wow. Thank you.
How about this?
PJW.
Go ahead.
Amazon sells t-shirts with the saying, there are 62 genders, but at checkout, you have to choose one, men or women, just saying. Look, I'm
the PSYOP thing though, Matt.
Yeah.
Like when you read into all this, I think the whole trans thing was a PSYOP. I think that whole thing was orchestrated. I think it created distraction from other things. And they tried to make the right look like lunatics. But what happened is the left, they picked the wrong target.
Well, look, I also think there are people who legitimately in this life unfortunately think that they're born in the wrong body. There
Got
are
it.
some people that really believe that,
And I'm empathetic
I'm
towards it.
very compassionate
Me
towards
too.
those people, and I hope they can reconcile that in their life in some way. And if that means dressing as the opposite sex, I don't care.
Don't care about
I
that.
really don't care, and I would always be polite in public to people.
Matt, you're so right. I'm the same way. Here's where the problem starts. When that man tells me, "Oh, I got cramps, my period." What? What do you mean? What? Just because you wear a dress doesn't mean you get your period. Why do I have to pretend this stuff? Like, no one has the balls to ask the questions I'm asking, which is this: why do I have to pretend? Can't I just look at you and go, whatever? That bothers them more than anything. Whatever's. I'm a girl. Whatever. Yeah, you are a girl with a giant dick, by the way. I can see it under your skirt. You're a girl with a giant dick. So I just want to clear that up. Like, I'm done. I'm just so frustrated, right? Men can get pregnant. Yeah, no, they can't. No, they cannot. A girl can get pregnant even when she's dressed like a man, even if she chopped her tits off.
Look at this. This is so true. Octavius Maximus, you spent your entire life in a psyop, as have I. Plato's Cave. It's so true.
That's what I'm getting at.
That's what is frying
people's brains.
What's frying my brain still.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I mean, look. We still haven't had anybody on here to talk to us about Sandy Hook. I feel like we need somebody to present that whole thing to us.
Yeah.
So that's where we can reach out to our audience right here,
Sandy
man.
Hook thing, right?
Well, I want to reach out to our audience on that. So if there's an expert who would be able to present something good to us.
Somebody told me Dave from News Treason's awesome at it. Mike King. There's a couple guys that have done like really good. My only problem, and I've said this since day one, is the original documentary, which is the one that said it was fake, has a picture of my daughter in it as one of the kids from the school. And when you see that, the whole documentary at that point is dismissed to me because
that's crazy.
It's not accurate. My daughter's in this. And they got my daughter's picture from the Ellen show from her cute little video when she was 3 and she was going to kick a monster's ass.
So I said Alex Jones.
What about him?
He's the guy to explain it to us.
Yeah. And it's going to be a guy like that. By the way, read that right there. Jen Barksdale, 4 from the bottom. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. Read that.
Mickey has entered the FAFO stage.
Yeah. F around and find out.
Yep.
I'm just at the point, Matt. What's that one? Sandy Hook what? Sandy Hook would be perfect for you guys. I agree.
Yeah, we need the right guest for that, I think.
Yeah.
So make some suggestions for people who would be accessible to us besides Alex Jones.
I'll tell you right now, the problem right now, I'm talking to Israel, and I was on the phone yesterday, and I brought up Sandy Hook, and I said, hey, listen, is it possible, perhaps, that we could tie Sandy Hook, Tel Aviv, and the 7-Day War all together into a giant psyop? And it's probably going to happen. Stay with me. Trump's not following my lead on this one. I don't know what's going on. I worked on it all weekend. Alex Jones.
Probably couldn't pay him enough to talk about Sandy Hook right now.
No way. Yeah. But I want to say something. Today's show is exactly how I wanted it to go, Matt. I just wanted to get all this stuff out. You know what I mean? Like that you walk around with every day.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just look at people and now I'm like this. I look at them and I go, are you serious? Like, what are you doing? You hate one person that much that you're letting all the other shit continue while the guy you hate is the guy fixing it. Do you not understand? You're in denial.
But they don't. But because they've been propagandized, man. I mean, they've gotten a hold of their brain. They've been psyoped.
One of the most. I got to read this,
as we all have.
I don't know where to find it. It was a quote a friend of mine posted yesterday from Trump, and it was basically something about. God, I can't remember it exactly. Basically, Trump saying he doesn't care about the Republicans. He hates them. If he was going to run for president.
Oh, the old video, you mean? A real old video?
No, it's an old picture and a quote
Yeah.
It's not true.
Well, no, there's video of him saying that, actually.
Saying what?
Saying that if he was going to run for president, he would do it for Republicans.
Right. And then he goes on to say, because they're the dumbest people in the world.
Something like that.
Right. But the whole video is literally out of context again. It's the same good people on both sides. So yesterday, my friend who hates Trump, I looked at this thing and I'm like, what? And I send it into 3 different AIs, all come back.
What is the rest? What is the context to that? Because I don't even know.
Basically that he's saying he's not even a Republican. He thinks Republicans are stupid. He doesn't like that party anyway. Guess what? I'm with him. I hate the Republican Party.
Look,
I hate the Democratic
I've
Party.
never affiliated myself with a party.
Never.
I've always been independent.
Without a doubt. And
yeah.
I've read.
I don't hate anybody though. I don't hate. I mean, we're Americans, and the sooner we realize that, the better it's going to be for this country. I think. You know.
Yeah. No. I totally.
We get rid of the division they've created for us. It's the WWE, man.
That's all.
I think that's why a lot of people, people are into this like it's wrestling. You know what I mean? You cheer for the good guy.
Yeah.
And you boo the bad guy.
Yeah, I'm with you. Here's the problem, though. In wrestling, it lasts 2 hours and we all go home to reality.
Yeah,
this is
affects
actually
our entire
reality.
life. Yeah.
This is reality. So there's about, I think, 5 priorities that every American should be worried about, and that's it right now. The war in Iran.
Free elections.
The election situation we're in. Our trade around the world, income tax, and I'll go one further. We need for mental health for this country and the world to clarify some things in these Epstein files. Something's got to come out of this.
And I'm going to throw fraud in as well. Uncovering fraud.
Yeah, that's there you go.
But that's along the lines of income tax as well.
I mean, it's all BS.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you started, years ago, I would hear about when they made the U.S. a corporation. I think it's 1870 or something. The U.S. became a corporation. Then they made the District of Columbia. Then they said that the corporation is run by Congress, and that's where all our dealings are done, in a corporation as opposed to a nation state. Like, they literally took control of everything out of the people's hands, and they put it into a corporation that's run by members of Congress. So when we ask ourselves, well, how did these people get so rich? Well, they run the corporation that everyone invests in.
Yeah, I guess we got to talk about the Federal Reserve too.
Yeah, it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a fake bank printing fake money, pretending fake billionaires exist. Nobody has a billion anything. Nothing. There's not enough money in the world that's owed. So how's it possible? Right? There's not enough money in the world to cover all the debt in the world. So how is debt real? How can I owe you something that doesn't exist?
I've often asked that question. Like, what if somebody? What is the national debt right now? What are we up to?
36
trillion.
Do you have any idea how
what
much
if somebody came along? Some prince, right?
Yeah.
Came along and he wrote a $36 trillion check.
Yeah.
And gave it to the U.S. government to pay off all of our debts.
Right.
What would our country look like? What would that even look like?
Exactly.
What would that change?
Nothing, because it's not real. Nothing changes. Listen, here's the other thing. Think about this. You're allowed to go your whole life and buy a car and not pay it, right? You can build your credit back up, buy another one, not pay it. Credit goes down. There's no crime. There's no crime. They just take the car back. I'm not in trouble.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything wrong. I couldn't pay it. Right?
Yeah.
It's all fake. All of it. This is the part I don't think people are really grasping. Why gold and silver are going crazy right now? Because we're going to make money real again. Our country operated off tariffs. All that stuff before 1913. Then they make the Federal Reserve and the central bank. Next thing you know, we've been in debt.
It was apparently one of the best financial years of our country, too, right?
1913?
Like the 1850s when we were doing tariffs.
That was like 1870s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It was the Industrial Revolution. right? Started really 1860s. We, the 1850, basically the gold rush kicks off, right? And everything after that fell into place.
Yeah.
All the industry. And the government stayed out of it. Now the government is the industry. And they took everything. Until people realize, I'm telling you, there's how many, 500 and some people make up the total Capitol building, like between senators, and it's like 500 and some, isn't it? Total. Every one of them should be kicked out. Every single one. Just start over. You guys have corrupted the entire system. So just listen, it's right in the Declaration of Independence. When the government takes advantage, I'm paraphrasing, it's your duty, it's your obligation to throw off said government and to replace it with a new government for the people and by the people. Listen, if you've been in Congress and you're on your 30th year,
well, that's what I was just going to say.
Problem.
Some kind of term limits or some kind of de-incentivization for people to be corrupt and take money from special interest, whatever that looks like. That's really what's going to happen in our Congress.
Matt, write that down. Operation Gladio. I just saw it and I want to know what that is.
You guys should consider doing a show about Operation Gladio. Okay.
Yeah. The Brunson case. Do you know the Brunson brothers? Do you know about them?
A little bit.
Yeah. So right bottom one. Yep. If they win this, half of Congress is gone. It's gone. And I believe when you look into their lawsuits and what they're really trying to do, they're trying to save the country. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And you can go out in your street in your pussy hats and your I hate Trump t-shirts and all that stuff and call him a fascist and a king. You're doing nothing. Nothing's changing because of what you're doing. Guys that do real work, find out truth, take it to court, finance it, get a movement behind them, start teaching people. That's how you change societies. Nobody cares about your stupid sign or your old song that you're all singing together. What do we want? Trump gone. When do we want it? Right now.
But nobody wants to have a conversation.
No, they just want to pontificate.
Like if you go into the universities and the colleges now, a place where traditionally it was a place for great debate and ideas and people to talk. And it's kind of become the exact opposite of that, Well, anytime there was any type of conservative speaker that would enter into one of those buildings, most of the time they would need high security to even speak there, right? Yeah. And then usually they get shouted down. Yeah. They don't want to have any real conversation. They want to shout you down and ban you.
Well, listen, the moment you say something that someone's not ready to hear, they want you to stop talking. It's the exact opposite of freedom.
Right.
You got to sit through the pain for your voice to be heard.
Yeah.
Because somebody else's voice is just as important as yours. You self-righteous prick.
So what were some of the other big points about Q that have kind of changed your view or changed just kind of the way you think about things in general now?
The 60,000 man army really made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, me too.
Because it helps you figure out how they're able to do this stuff, how they're able to carry out these things. When you think about Q itself, if that is a real thing and there's a board there, less than 10, more than 7 or whatever it is, you say to yourself, yeah, okay, now I get it, because it's not just 8 guys. It's 60,000 all that are in this.
And just so people know, Dave, News Recent Dave, did an amazing presentation of this. And, there's a Newsweek article you can look up about the 60,000 man army. It's all there in black and white. And Dave did an incredible job of talking about that and giving us examples of how that might have been used. When you look at even guys like Charlie Kirk, and these famous influencers.
Can you switch over to the chat, Matt? There's a $2 rant came in from Whole Guy down. If you go down read that.
Whole Guy $2 rant. Hey guys, happy Monday. Would anyone here give or prescribe weight loss pills or shots to a bulimia sufferer Of course not. So why do we placate mentally ill trans sufferers? Stop. Live the truth. No thanks, Joe.
Yeah, listen. Gender dysmorphia is a thing, but from what I understand, it's psychological.
Well, I think it used to be considered a psychological issue.
Right.
But
now they
but
want
I think
validity.
they've changed that.
Right, because the trans people
Yeah.
weren't happy with the truth.
Yeah.
And listen, when I say the truth, I mean this. I believe that people in their core feel they were born in the wrong body. I understand it. But you don't get to wish reality. You can suffer with it. You can say, I was born a man, but I should have been a woman. And I'm going to dress like a woman. And I'm going to pretend to be a woman to the outside world. But when you get into being pregnant and having your period and all of this, you're jumping the shark here, pal. You're making me adjust my reality for your inability to deal with reality. That's not the answer. Let's get you some support. Me placating you is not supporting you. It's not. It's causing resentment in myself that you're so special. I have to pretend something isn't real is real to make you happy. That's not fair. And until people like me say it more, this is never going to get better. This is all I'm saying to any person. Don't make me pretend that reality is different. Look at me. I was born a man. I feel like I'm a woman. I want to dress like a woman. I know I wasn't born a man, and I'm not a man. Technically, I want to live as one. Go ahead. Don't tell me about you being pregnant. Don't tell me about your period. Don't tell me any of that stuff. I'm not interested. If I want to hear fantasies, I'll buy a book. I don't want to do it. And why is it unfair for me? Why is it not fair for me to go, understand? That's fine. Also, don't want to talk to a heroin addict every time I talk to him about what he was like when he was a heroin addict. I just don't want to. I don't need it. And you're taking up my time. Now, I got to stop and acknowledge you. Zin, Zidiot, whatever you want to call yourself. I'm just done pretending. Anyway, how you feel about that, man?
Listen, I'm very compassionate about the people who really believe that they were born in the wrong body. I mean, I would. It sounds horrific to me. You know what I mean? But I guess some of them are happy having operations. Some of them are happy just dressing the opposite sex, and I'm fine with it. I don't have any problem with it at all. I
could care less.
I also think there's a subsect of society that saw that all of a sudden they were getting all the attention, and people would prop you up and make you feel like a hero and brave for coming out. And I think that those people may not have had some kind of psychological disorder in that they thought they were born in the wrong body, but they thought they were going to get more attention by dressing like this. So yeah. I think there's a lot of
my anger right now.
Things happening in our society.
I totally agree with you. And part of my anger, what people hear, is just I want the trans community to understand something. I just learned about this shit. You lived it your whole life. I didn't. So I don't have expertise. Here's what I know. You'll never get pregnant. Ever. Ever. A man will never be pregnant. Ever. You can't. You're not born with the things that allow you to be. Now, a woman that turns into a man can get pregnant. Do you know why, Matt? Because she's a woman.
Yeah. So
women get pregnant.
So my Jackie Bluebird just made a great point here too. A lot of the parents of the trans kids that go along with it are looking for attention.
Dude, it oh my God. It's a trinket for the family. My daughter's 8. She's transitioning. From what? Kindergarten to the first grade? What are you talking about? She's 8.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
We're gonna go with it.
I've got a video somewhere, man. I don't know where. I wish I had it ready for this thing, but there was a school, a middle school somewhere in our country, where every kid in the middle school class was trans. There's a video of these kids coming up saying their pronouns and this and that. And I'm like, come on now.
Here's something. Am I wrong? Would you say I'm wrong for this? If I'm in somewhere and a guy says to me, or whatever, it's a man dressed like a woman. And I go, yes, sir. And he goes, I'm ma'am. Am I wrong for going, whatever? That's my answer. Well,
no,
whatever.
No, I would always be polite. I would probably call somebody by their name.
See there, right there, what you just said.
You can change your name. I'm fine with that, and I'll call you by your name.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that too. But I don't. I don't know why it's okay for me to get corrected, but not them.
What do you mean for you to get corrected?
You're not a woman. Why can't I correct you? Because you have a feeling? Because you have feelings. Okay. Your feelings are more important than mine.
I don't care that somebody
your priorities
wants to live their
are
life
bigger
as a
than
woman
mine.
or a man. I don't care. I really don't care.
You missed that. None of us care.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. And why don't we care? Because it's delusion. That's what it is. It's attention. Yes, there are some people that are mentally fried that believe that they are somehow the opposite sex. I'm just done. I'm done. And you can hate me for it. You can call me whatever name you want. I've never done one thing ignorant to a trans person. I've never been out of line with one. I play the game. But here's the thing. I'm allowed to go, this is ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous.
Well, I think there's certain things you have to look at for people's safety, like sports.
Yeah, that's not even a discussion
fairness.
with me.
Yeah.
If a man looks at me and goes, well, I need to play on the girls' team. You don't get to play, dude. You can go play with the dudes. You can wear the wig and the makeup. You can wear all that stuff. You just got to play with the people like you. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's this whole thing started. What has Q taught us? It taught us to just look for truth. The truth's there.
Yeah. Tell me more about, this as far as the 60,000 man army goes. How did that affect you? Learning about that.
I think what it made me realize is that this is able to be done. You have that many people working at the right spots and the right people overlooking them. All day long, this can get done.
Yeah, it's wild. And I highly recommend anybody that's watching this, not even live today, on another day, and you haven't learned about it, that you go watch Dave's presentation on this, because it's fantastic. Go ahead, Mick.
This is from Dandelion 1, $50 rant. Matt and Mickey, I love your show, and I love how you supported Joe. That was an excellent example of where we go one, we go all. I love this whole family. I love watching all you men be real. The world needs real.
Wow, that's awesome.
I would like to not be
you.
referred to as real anymore. I'd like to be called authentic. That's the way those are my pronouns. I'm not real. I'm authentic. No, listen, thank you so much.
That was so
for
kind. That. And we appreciate that.
We're
Thank
the
you very much.
luckiest guys at times, man.
Yeah.
And it's been a heavy couple weeks for you and I, Matt. It really has. There's a lot on the line. We're both emotionally drained and trying our hardest. But I'm literally at a point now where I've chosen my team. I'm looking at them. It's these people. This is who I'm with.
Yeah, and I hear you, man. So, something else for me was the and this was another incredible presentation by News Treason.
He just
Dave?
Gabe just gifted that guy, Dave. It's
Wow.
so crazy. 10 subscriptions from News Treason.
Dude, thank you.
dude,
he has given us his time and knowledge. And I was getting ready to talk about his presentation he did on the 600,000 sealed indictments and the military tribunals. That was another atomic bomb for me. Dave, thank you, man. That's incredible. But
Dave, I think the link is in the chat room, Dave, if you want to come on for a
we'd
minute
love to
or
have
two.
you talk for a second.
You can pop in whenever you want, buddy. But Matt, you're so right.
One of our biggest teachers, man.
Dave, to me, I've said this. Joe, to me, is Patton, General Patton. He's one of the baddest. Like, he just annihilates the enemy. But Dave, to me, Dave is a strategist. And Dave is the long-term player. He sees it's just the way I see it. He sees this, and he has when you know as much as Dave, you can relax more.
Yeah.
And I think there's things Dave knows, and I'm just going to say it. I would say it if he was on here. I think he knows things he can't tell us. I'm not sure Dave's not in the 60,000.
What do you mean by that? You think so?
I'm not saying it's true. I'm not. But I'm going to be real.
Yeah.
Dude, have you not thought about that, though? Like, some of these, and I don't even know if every member of the 60,000 man army knows they're in it.
Well, right. I think that, we kind of talked about that a little bit during the show. That's another show that people who are just learning about Q should go back and watch.
I'll be honest with you. I think you and I are like, we're soldiers in it. I don't know if we're recognized in it, but we're fighting that battle with them.
Well, sure. I mean, this is part of the digital army right here, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not patting myself on the back by any
means. The word
means.
you were looking for is fed, P-H-E-D. I mean, like, there are so many people in the military as well that give nods. They give nods, dude. General Mike Flynn shows up at things. He recognizes people. He tips his hat to people. The president has used words. Tippy top.
Yeah.
That tippy top is the White House. In fact, we like to call it tippy top. Tippy top.
Tippy top shape.
Tippy top shape. Oh, my goodness. Matt, I'll tell you, I really, this show today is about the effect that the Q schools have had on us. We don't do Q drops. Like, that's not what we do.
Yeah.
We learn about Q. And so when people start coming into this, we're a good first discussion to help people understand.
Yeah.
You know how hard it would be for Joe and Dave?
I got to send the link to Dave here.
Yeah,
quick.
Go ahead, please. Just we're sending it to email, Dave.
Okay.
And you know what it is, right? Truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing I keep going back to is that, with guys like him, Dave, when he comes on, I'll ask him point blank. Like, I don't even think he questions anything anymore. He's so relaxed in what he's doing. And sure.
Yeah, because it's funny. Because sometimes we'll see something happen in the news. We'll be like, oh, my God, Dave, did you see? He's like, yeah, I saw it.
I saw it.
I get it. Yeah.
That's cute. It's almost like he looks at us like this. You guys are cute. You guys are so adorable.
I know.
But you know what? I don't mind being that guy right now.
I don't mind being that guy either. I love it, actually.
I do too.
And always appreciate all the announcers we've had on their perspective. But Dave and Rambo, it's great to get their take on stuff.
Dave, the link is in your email, my friend. If you're still in the room, Matt. Excuse me. Kid Savo gifted 1 subscription. Thank you, Kid Savo. My eyes are terrible today. I forgot my glasses.
I'm reposting this call link, by the way.
Yes.
Well.
Anybody that wants to call in, just hit the button and we'll get you in if we can. We also want to thank, in this whole thing about Q, is this movement and the audience, Matt. I don't think we would have stayed in this as long as we have without these people being so supportive, understanding, patient,
just the acceptance that we got from people who have literally been following all this for almost a decade.
Yeah.
and some, these conspiracies, quote unquote conspiracies, they've been following it even longer. I mean, for decades, many people. So to just the acceptance and the resources that we've been given has been really, and the patience too, the patience with us.
One of the things that I find,
and then putting up with the silliness as well. I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
I'll tell you, no, I don't even know if I want to talk about this, but
yeah.
There we go. Let's go to news treason. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, there
Dave.
he is.
What's up, gentlemen?
How are you, man?
Good.
We've just been talking about, kind of a recap show for us so far for this Q series, which you've been a massive part of, Dave. And, especially two of your episodes were just atomic bombs for me, man. And your presentations on the 60,000 man army and the 600,000 sealed indictments and the military tribunals. I mean, all that was just, it was fundamental to me understanding the big picture of all this, man. So I just want to say thank you for just all of your time and knowledge and the incredible presentations that you've given us for this series.
Oh, man, it's my pleasure. And first off, you guys had originally invited me to come on. I actually just got in from Utah, and it's funny.
Brother.
No, because it's just weird the way this stuff works. I literally turned on your show, and I hear my name right away, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" Because I realized that I sent you guys. I popped in because I wanted to send you guys subs. I wanted to say hi. I haven't been in there in a while.
Thank you, man.
And then you're saying my name, and it looks like I'm rewarding you for saying my name. I'm like, it's not the way. And then
it's a wild coincidence, man.
And then you're talking about me being in the 60. I'm not in the 60,000 man army.
But did you
exactly?
But
the guy in the 60,000 man army.
But my point after that, Dave, was saying that I think people are in it and they don't even know it.
Yeah,
like they're doing the work of the 60,000 man army.
That's actually what I was going to say next. I actually think you're spot on with that because ultimately, I don't think it's a coincidence the way some of us get our info, and you also it's not me. I mean, people can decide. Also, that's exactly the answer somebody that was in it would give. So you guys decide for what you want.
You're between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah. But if common sense tells you that there are some people amongst us that are right. You're not going to have all these other people running around in mainstream and everything else, and not have folks, in within social media, within podcasting ranks, and. Yeah, at the end of the day, you nailed it. Like everyone watching, anyone that shares information is a product of that. That's the entire point, right? You could refer to Q as the military intelligence operation, but the boards were specifically designed to spawn exactly what is happening right now.
Well, I came up with this little analogy yesterday explaining it to my friends when he's like, all right, dude, if the military's really running it, what do they need you for? I go, oh, you don't get it, dude. Here's the way I see it. We are to the military their delivery system. We're the planes. We're the boats. We're the silos. We're
the digital army.
We're the digital army
that
they were looking for.
Think about it. If the goal, one of the main goals, and you see it happening right now, we just did a show. Trump is talking about the media and them being treasonous more than he ever has. And in fact, I specifically asked Joe and Patrick, I was like, go back and let me know. Because before about a month ago, that word never came up. And that's important. That's important because in Drop 22, it says what former president used the military to save the republic. And then it says what occurred exactly. Well, what occurred exactly is he suspended habeas corpus. That's how you get your tribunals. He defied the Supreme Court. And it was later codified that he was right in doing so because of Article 2. And the third piece, which somehow none of us knew about until a couple of months ago, or some people did, but very few did, is he jailed folks in the media for disseminating knowingly false information. And sure enough, that's what Trump is talking about. So if you're going to put this plan in place, and one of the major components of it is to completely disconnect the public from the mainstream media and discredit them, well, logic tells you have to have a plan in place to somehow still get that information out there. And by the way, you want a better example of that than Nick Shirley? Now, you guys can decide what you want about that.
Yeah,
we've
go
told
ahead.
you our Mar-a-Lago story, and we'll
Yeah,
no,
love that. Love
Right?
your story.
I
man.
think Nick Shirley was tapped.
Of
I'll
course.
just say that word. Yeah.
So look at the embodiment of this fifth generation war. They're using this kid, this 21, I think he's like 21, 22, he might even not even be 20 yet,
Right.
in a hoodie,
Yeah.
right? This, hey ho, that's the person that is breaking all these news stories that the mainstream media couldn't. And so you couldn't get a better, in my opinion, embodiment and scripted narrative is to have this kid up against all the suits and the fancy and these multi-billion-dollar conglomerate companies. And meanwhile, here's this kid running around with an iPhone breaking all the stories that nobody else could. I mean, you could have written any better.
Dave, who's the guy that's always with him with all the stats? The older guy.
Mhm.
Was he part of that table that you saw in Mar-a-Lago?
No, he was not. And that's your in my opinion, that dude. My understanding is he's been around in the fight for a while. So like, there's kind of your plausible deniability. Like, oh, how could he be doing it all? Well, he's got this guy assisting him. So, but no, he's. My understanding is, I don't remember his name, that he's kind of been in it for a while. But still, I mean, you just use logic. I mean, he's, one of those NGOs or learning centers, or just one of those, would take with one person or even two people. If you guys teamed up right now, like I said this the other day, if you guys said, you know what, we're going to suspend Above the Rabbit Hole, and we want to just get two Medicaid frauds or home health care frauds in the Baltimore area, and we want to do the dive and expose it and make a 30-minute video. Good luck. Let me know how long that's good. Let alone you're doing it in Minneapolis and California, and now he was down in Cuba and he's going to New York. It's common sense.
Yeah.
Did you see him in London this weekend?
No, I didn't. He was there.
Listen to what happened. So London exploded this weekend. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we covered that on Saturday. Yeah.
Nick Shirley, they have a huge stage at wherever the central gathering is of this. And Nick Shirley, they got him on. Who's the English guy that's out there? The guy on the street from England. You know his name. Richardson. I can't. You know what I'm talking about.
Jim Ferguson.
Jim Ferguson.
Yeah.
It's his event, and there's like 800,000 people. They put Nick Shirley on stage. Everyone there starts chanting USA. It's crazy. In England. You got to see it. The world is waking up at a pace I don't know if you guys even could have imagined 8 months ago.
Well, by the way, Jim Ferguson is another one. I don't know. Again, I'm not saying he's like cute.
No, I got you. He's the guy, though.
Watch his videos. He's been doing it for years. Like, how does he get all this stuff?
Yeah.
But to your point, I was just at, I was out in Utah at
Tommy Robinson. That's the guy.
Tommy Robinson. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tommy, thank you.
Yeah.
To your point, dude, I was just out at an event in Utah for 5 days. And it's one of the partner companies that I work with, and it's a health and wellness company. So and it's a patriotic company, right? They make everything in America. So everyone that works in and around that company is patriots. The owner of the company stands up and starts talking about NGO corruption and how COVID was a scam. And there's 4,000 people standing up, giving this dude a standing ovation, just to give you context. And that's the kind of crowd it is. But I spent half the weekend talking about this stuff.
Right.
We would have these little breakout groups, and a couple of them I was asked to speak at, not about this stuff. I was asked to speak about my experience with the company. Yeah. But then I'd spend an hour afterwards. People started to figure out, what I do. And I'd have a line of people asking me questions about this stuff.
Right.
And then even other people that I had dinner with, who are just, relatively awake people. They're not Q awake, but they're awake. And I listened to a whole group of people without me saying a word, talk about how the woman goes, something interesting. Like, I've been into this stuff for years, but like, I just feel like the world is waking up at a pace now that I've never seen before. And the other woman's like, yeah. And they know nothing about what we do. I just sat there and watched and smiled. They have no idea what we talk about.
Yeah.
But they all reached the same conclusion. And 4,000 people is not a small sample size at all. That's a big sample size. And just a lot of the stuff I see, people are starting to get it now. Absolutely.
I see it everywhere, Dave. They're the general concepts. I feel like people are grasping. They're like, we're being lied to. but a lot of people don't know who's lying to us yet and why. I think they're missing some big part of it, but I think that's the first step, right?
Yep.
Is
That
realizing that, that we're being lied to.
Yep. In fact, I should have led with that. I was asked to speak to a breakout group, like about 400 people. And again, I was speaking about, they asked me to kind of tell my backstory, how I ended up in this place. So I went into my whole thing, but I started out by saying, let me ask by a show of hands. I'm like, if I said that I believe a lot of us are learning over the last 5-6 years that a lot of things we've been taught in our life or we've been told are complete lies, how many of you guys would agree with me? The entire room raised their hand.
Wow.
Right.
300-400 people. Everyone raised their hand and started applauding.
Yeah.
Everybody.
No, I agree. And it's why I go back to the Nick Shirley thing in England. I hope people understand the gravity of what happened this weekend.
Yeah.
That is an American showing up in England to tell them to fight for free speech.
Yep.
I mean, I think the American way, and you could say what you want, that you can pretend that the world hates us. The world loves us.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they do. They all want to be us. It's insane. And I don't know. I don't understand it. I never will. Why people think that what I'm saying isn't true. Every foreigner I've ever met says this is the greatest country in the world. It's
it's the same thing in reverse. I've run around. I've traveled, been fortunate enough to travel quite a bit around the world. And especially when I used to be over in China, like you're in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a melting pot.
Yeah.
So you go to a bar and you're going to run into
everybody.
And even 20 years ago, when we were just coming off the Iraq War and 9/11, and by the way, most of them knew it was all BS.
Right.
They didn't show hatred towards me.
Yeah, they don't.
They would come up to me and they would say, "Hey, listen, like, what's up with your government?"
Right.
They didn't hate me.
It's not about you, right?
Right. And it's like the same thing when we get into the Israel conversation right now. Like, that's not hating on Jews and Israelis.
Right. No,
that's
thank
the
you,
government
Dave.
there.
Thank you.
Their government,
Right.
their deep
Thank
state.
you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, when people listen, what's his name in England? The gay prime minister. I don't even
Starmer, Keir Starmer.
Is he gay?
Wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, me either.
I don't know.
I don't even mean that bad. Like, I think he's actually gay, but I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyway, the point I'm making, he's borderline traitor to his country. I mean, he's told the English people what you believe and what we are for the last 1,000 years. We got to change that now. New people are here. What? Oh, we have to forget the 1,000 years that built this country because a bunch of sand people showed up. Yeah, I'm saying sand people because that's what's happening around the world. Okay? These are people that lived in deserts. They're going to migrate out of there, show up into world-class cities, and tell them how to run it. Go back to your sandstorm and build your own beautiful places. Stop invading. Just stop, because the people will fight back. You don't just get to show up at somebody's house, redecorate, and tell them what you're going to watch on TV. That's not the real world anymore. And I think we're at that point of conversation. This isn't a joke anymore. Entire societies are being pushed to a breaking point globally.
Well, I think we're seeing that is, hopefully more and more people are seeing that is the strategy. I mean, look at our Congress. You look at Ilhan Omar. I mean, that is the strategy.
I'll say this. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'd rather have 400 and whatever atheists in there than Muslims.
Yeah, well, listen.
I mean, radical. We got to change Sharia law.
Is what you mean.
Islamists. Yeah.
Well, you nailed it when you said the importance of what happened this week. Actually, Rabble Dabble in the chat nailed it. Starmer is the UK's version of Biden. Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
what I believe. Because look, dude, if you really look, if you dive into this, right?
Yep.
This Muslim situation in not just the UK, in Europe in general. Well, in many ways, it started before we did. They've been funneling them into there for 25 years. So you say to yourself, like, what changed?
Yeah.
Well, it's just the same thing with the border. The border has been an issue. Border's been an issue for 30 years. What changed? All of a sudden,
one guy said we're closing it. That's
right. But then Biden comes in.
Right.
And in my opinion, you take a few pockets of migrants and you drop them into very populated cities in the country, and you keep putting that on the news, and all of a sudden everyone goes, holy crap, we got a migrant problem. No, we've had a migrant problem. You just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Starmer, I believe Starmer was the UK's Joe Biden. Q talked about this. We were essentially, I'm paraphrasing, that we would be leading this way and the world was going to follow. But then it also talked about a worldwide alliance. So I think Starmer was the dude to go in there in a little bit of a different way than Biden, but really piss the people off.
Yeah.
And then you see this pop up, and I don't think it's a coincidence that we had. I don't know if you guys got to see this, but we could show this on another show at some point. You had this dude Rupert Lowe who created the Restore Britain Party a year ago, and now he comes out it was on February 15th, and he puts out a video, and in his video, the Restore, the O in the Restore changes to a Q. And since then, Kirill Dmitriev and General Flynn and all these guys are sharing this guy. And then just a couple weeks ago in the elections over there, the incumbent, the Labour Party, gets absolutely trounced. And now you have what you see on Saturday. I mean, they're waking up. Actually, if you want to see it, dude, I have the video right here. We can run it.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
1997, Britain was in good shape. We knew who we were. We were still one country. Most importantly, the population was stable and immigration was under control.
I think the state is bad, and I think the individual is good.
I've got belief in the British people, what I call proper Britain. People in this country who are British, who've got genuine concerns about what's happened to their country. I've set up Restore Britain.
There it is.
Wow.
Dude,
That is crazy.
yeah.
So the O.
I mean,
That's hilarious, dude. Look at that. Look at that.
wow.
Dave, how much of this is international, of the Q movement? Take that down, Matt. How much do you think internationally is really involved in the Q movement?
I think bigger than any. Look, Q tells you this is bigger than folks can imagine. And I would make the argument. Look, I think it's just if you think about think about the United States, right? Look, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to live in Florida. I do not take that for granted every day, where we don't have state income tax and we're eliminating property tax, and we have problems here just like anywhere else, but we do seem to be doing everything right, and other states too. And then you got the polar opposite in places like New York and California, and then in between you have states like maybe Montana and other. It's not everything. We have these certain hot spots that we got to fix. To me. And if you think about it militarily, that's why there's so much information focus on California and Minneapolis and New York and Illinois. They're putting your eyes on where all the problems is, and then logic would dictate that's where the military has been operating more than let's say in places like Florida.
Yeah, and those are very important areas if you think about it. Like where they're located in the country. Mm-hmm. You have East, you have the Central, you have the West, you have the South.
Yep.
And once you have those pockets, if you're trying to build a resistance, you're in good spots to build out from. But it's also really easy for us to point at those positions and go, hey, here's what's coming to your city if you don't fix this shit.
Yep. And then obviously to get the complete operation, you would have to have all 50 states on board, right? You'd have to read in all 50 governors or whatever. Okay. Well, so my belief is that's the way it is in the world as well.
Yeah.
I could give you, I mean, if I had to list countries off the top of my head where I know I've seen stuff happen, obviously all the Five Eyes countries, United States, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, because they're right on our border. We've certainly seen a lot of stuff with Brazil, with Bolsonaro and Luna. Bolsonaro was at Mar-a-Lago right after that happened.
Yeah.
Obviously the UK, France, Germany, all those countries. Of course, China would have to be involved. India, So I think if I could bet, the best way I could explain it is it would mirror the United States, where there's certain countries where there's a whole lot more, cleanup that is going on. Places like the Ukraine, places like Iran, places like Cuba. I would throw the UK, Canada, Australia, where things are really bad, and then other places where it's not as bad. but they would still have to be read in. They would still have to be in the alliance, so to speak, and especially for what Trump is doing. We believe he's doing on the world stage in terms of resetting the whole, eliminating the whole Bank of London banker, City of London financial system.
Yeah.
Well, you would likewise also you'd have to have every one of those countries on board.
Of course.
With just that,
Yeah.
even if they don't have any other problems, they'd have to be on board with that. And that's why we're sitting here in year 9 of the Q operation. I would argue in a much longer period of this whole operation. And probably the longest piece of that is the financial system.
Yeah, without a doubt, because that readjusts everything.
Mm-hmm.
Once you take control of the money back, you're in power.
Well, Dave, let me ask you, and you're probably gonna hate this question.
Have you ever dated a man? No, I'm kidding. Matt wanted to know.
Like how close? I know you don't want to put a date on this. You don't want to predict things. Personally, like how close do you think we are to seeing things actually being just wrapped up, taken care of, arrests being made, taking control of our financial system again, all of that? I mean, when do you think this is? Are we close to this coming to fruition? Do you think?
Oh yeah, they're not going to like my answer. I believe that in the coming months, we're going to see some things that are more concrete, like an arrest, maybe like some proof about 2020. But as far as when can we sit here and say, there's a bunch of people that's been arrested, and this is, I could see this going a couple more years, personally. Now, let me give you a good example of why I think. Now, keep in mind, I don't know anything. We've seen this thing turned on its ear so many times. Like, very few people expected Trump to get, not that we weren't prepared for it, but when it came, very few people expected the Butler thing. And then nobody expected Charlie Kirk. And then nobody expected this last one, right? So this whole thing, these things can change so quickly, but I'm just at the trajectory they're at. Let me give you one example. We know, or at least to the best we can know. I always tell people you can really only know something with about 99% certainty. Even your own mother, unless you got a DNA test, like you don't know. 99% certainty. They have it all on 2020. They've told you that. They've pretty much shown it. But then, isn't it interesting that Tina Peters gets released from prison over the weekend?
Yeah, I saw that. How long was it, and where was she again? It was in a different country, right?
No, she was in prison in Colorado.
Oh, I thought, okay.
I'm going to give you my belief. I don't think she was actually in prison. I think we're being given a story, an emotional pull, but that doesn't change. Let's say you believe she was in prison. Well, if you understand that she holds the key to proving unequivocally that Colorado was stolen, and tampered with, why would you let her out of jail? Ever.
Right.
Ever. Why would the deep state do that? But it happened now, right? As they've spent the last 5 months or so seeding to us that it's coming. Trump's seeding it, Tulsi's seeding it, all of them are seeding it. It's coming. Now you're going to release her from prison? No, now is when you kill her in prison. You kill her. You kill her. You would simply put something in her food. By the way, we've already got news that she's not in good health.
Right.
So again, I'm thinking like a sick deep stater, which you kind of have to be able to understand this stuff. And what would I do? Hey guys, go put something in her food, make her heart explode. No one's going to question it. That's what they would have done. They didn't. They let her out.
Yeah.
So I could see a situation where they're using her, and they would use her, and she's going to come out and drop her evidence.
Yeah.
And now, holy crap, Colorado, and now we have a month to talk about that.
Right.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope there's a day where they stand, and I think there will be, but I don't think it's going to be nothing. And then some general is going to stand up there one day, like on Tuesday, and say, here are all the real results of 2020. I hope I'm wrong about that. I don't think that's what it's going to be. I think we're going to run some ops, like using somebody like her.
Yeah.
And continue to chip away and get everyone talking about it, run 3 or 4 of those, and then probably drop that evidence and then see some justice. So when you think about that, they kind of do it that way.
Yeah.
I could see all this crap playing out for a while. It doesn't mean we're not going to have stuff to celebrate. We will. But that's a long answer to a short question, I know.
Yeah. How do you think they're going to reconcile the 2020 election with the people who are just going to say, this is all propaganda coming from Trump, and he's doing something illegal here by persecuting these people. If they arrest and jail people who are involved with that, how do they reconcile that with the part of the country who is just going to believe that it's propaganda?
Well, that would be why this stuff takes so long, right? Yeah. So, what's a good example? The border problem. When Trump came in, they told people, a lot of the country, especially where I used to live in New York, was like, this border thing. What are they talking about? Trump's making this up. And then it took a year. They literally took 1 year. They dropped some migrants into the most Roosevelt Hotel in New York. They said they were building some camps. And in about a year or two, the polls shifted by 60%. 24% wanted deportations in New York City, up to 85%. Now, that wasn't somebody saying, here's the problem. That was a psyop that changed. So to me, the answer is, Matt, you do something like a Tina Peters, right? You have her come out and show irrefutable proof, and then everyone starts talking. And every time somebody starts talking, there's fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer people that believe it's a lie, because it's not coming from Trump's mouth anymore. It's coming from your neighbor or your friend or whatever.
Gotcha.
And you chip away. And then by the time you get to the point where you show irrefutable proof, the number of people that aren't going to believe it because of TDS, you're down to like that 4 to 6% that Q talks about.
Yeah.
The deep state, that's another thing. The deep state 5 years ago, 6 years ago, the deep state was a thing that Trump was making up. That was a Trump conspiracy.
Yeah.
Right? It's common lexicon now.
Yeah. It's not a Trump. Right. Yeah.
That's why, in my opinion, that's why they do things this way. By the time people get the truth, they've been so broken down by all the different nuggets coming out that all of a sudden it's not a Trump thing anymore. So that would be my answer. And I'm sure they have a plan, like everything else, when we get to that point where they're going to throw so much stuff at the wall that, again, I think other than that 4 to 6%, that there's not going to be anybody that doesn't believe it. But you have to soften up the underbelly, so to speak, first mentally.
Without a doubt. All right. And that is Dave, News Treason 17.
Actually, Mick.
Yeah.
Dave, are we going to hold you up if I got to ask Dave about the alien?
Go ahead.
Do you have like a minute to hang on? Because we got to talk about the Feel Great protocol.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. Take 1 second. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'd just love to get your take on this, man.
Hold on, Dave. Here we go. All right. Hey, guys, are you sick of being fat? I know I was. And how did I do it? Like this.
Being fat. How do I do that? Go to quitbeingfat.com.
That's all you have to do. Go to quitbeingfat.com. You want to feel better. You want more energy. You want your blood sugar feeling better. You want the depression to stop. Matt and I both did it. I'm down probably lighter than I've been in 20 years. I feel great. I sleep good when I do sleep. And it's been wonderful for me, Matt.
It has. And the great thing is there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. So you got nothing to lose here, just results to gain. And you don't even need a promo code. Just go to quitbeingfat.com right now, and you'll be able to see if this Feel Great protocol is right for you.
There you have it, Dave. It's pretty good when two broadcasters rip through a spot, isn't it? It's flawless.
It is. Isn't it amazing? Well played.
Professionals, Dave.
All right, so you want to show Dave this picture, Matt?
Yeah, I've been trying to drag it in and having issues with it all day, so I'm just going to share a screen here. I don't know if you can see this picture. I'm going to try to.
Have you seen that one where Trump is walking with the alien?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen this one, Dave?
I actually had not, because I've been flying for a bit, so no, I'm
Truth
not
Social.
Yet.
It's an AI photo of him walking with a handcuffed alien. And I believe there's actually a couple more.
Now, Dave, just so you know, that was posted on his Truth Social.
Yeah.
It wasn't like something, so he posted it. What message does that send to you, Dave? Just in your gut. Is he just trolling there? Or is that
is he saying it's not
something?
Real, or is he, it's very confusing to me, the message.
I just, without looking at timestamps or any of that other stuff, I would say this. I think it's just feeding the conversation.
Yeah, just keeping people talking about aliens.
Yeah, well, and the way they've done it, it's just like the Epstein files. They spent about 7 or 8 months really narrative seeding that stuff was going to come out. And then what did they do? they injected the missing scientists. Okay, yeah, I guess they're all missing. Look, all these scientists are going missing,
Right.
because they don't want the information to come out. Yet more people from the government are talking about it than ever, and they're not going missing. Like,
Yeah,
that
it's
doesn't make
weird.
sense, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Right.
Does it make sense to you?
It makes sense to me because I don't believe there's any missing scientists, or they're telling you about, or they're like, my opinion would be those missing scientists are representative of what used to happen.
Or
We know for years the government has been disappearing people for trying to declass UFOs, but more importantly, most of these people have now been linked to things like free energy.
right.
Right. Now they've been doing that water powered cars. I'm sure you guys have gone down those. They've been doing that for 100 years.
Right.
So how do you, as you're getting everyone to look at aliens, and now I call aliens the mother of all conspiracy theories, because you're getting, it's the thing that'll get the most attention. So everyone's talking about it. And then you throw in missing scientists and everyone goes, look, it is real. The government's trying to cover up. They don't want people talking. And then you get Trump going out and saying, all right, we're going to release. And we get a few grainy images.
Yeah.
And now it's Trump. Now it's Trump covering up the aliens. And who does that bring into the fold? The Democrats, the people that hate Trump, just like they did with the Epstein files.
Yeah.
And now he puts something like that, a troll out, and it's probably enraging a lot of people, quite honestly.
Right.
Tell us. And the more you enrage people, the more you show people, it's the Streisand effect. The more you tell people that something's there and you try to hide it, the more they're going to ask for it. So to me, with the alien stuff, I don't know what they are. I don't know what they have. I don't know.
What is your gut feeling? Do you think that the government is hiding aliens, or aliens real? And if you believe so, are we going to get real disclosure here?
I think they're real. I don't think they're what we've ever been programmed to believe they are. I think there's something to the fact that all of a sudden J.D. Vance and Anna Paulina Luna and Lauren Boebert and all the people that have supposedly seen under the hood are saying that they don't think they're exactly what we think, and they're more like demons. I find that interesting.
Interdimensional beings.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm also, I hate to say it, I don't even call myself a flat earther. I'm a non-round earther. So I also think there are other people from outside of our known world, but I don't think they come from up there. That's just my opinion.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they have something, of course.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. Could that picture be, and Matt, Trump and Q, everything loves to give messages. Yeah. Could that be maybe that we finally have the reptilian deep state thing locked up and under control?
Could that be? Too.
I mean, is that a plausible way of looking at it?
Sure.
We now have, we have this thing completely locked up and contained.
Are we going to get like a Scooby-Doo reveal of him like pulling the king's mask off and he's a lizard? And that's what I want. That's what I want.
I would love to see that. I don't know if we're going to get that. But
that would be cool.
We're gonna get something. I think what I try to do is just look at this stuff and see where they fit into a pattern. And they're doing the exact same. In fact, it's almost on the exact same timeline. Last year, around this time is when the Epstein stuff started, and then Trump goes, "What Epstein files?" And the world lost. Well, that's exactly what they're doing with the alien stuff right now. You have all these guys out there, Tim Burchett, Lauren Boebert, all these guys. Look at this, and then Trump's like, "Oh, ho hum, yeah, well, we might." And he's playing it off, and that's making especially the TDS people. Now they're going, look, it's Trump. It's those guys trying to hide stuff from us. And so now everyone on both sides, the beauty of the Epstein files and the beauty of this, and even the beauty of Congress being a mess right now, guess what? Everyone on both sides agrees, maybe for different reasons. But our side's been screaming we want D-class for years. And now the left is screaming we want D-class. And guess what? We can all agree on that. That's a good thing.
Was the goal, right? That was the goal.
Yeah, of course.
So it's classic. It's just classic Trump throwing himself under the bus, taking the slings and arrows, as the drops say. It's just that's what he's done for 10 years, and he will continue to do it. And that's why people shouldn't lose their mind when he does things that don't look right, or when his, what do you think? He doesn't know his approval rating's going down right now? Of course it is. He's not worried about it because he knows when he brings in all the stuff he's going to, it's going to shoot past where it was.
Amen, brother.
I love it, dude. Yes. Well, Dave, that's why you're the best in this. And real quick, before you get off, this is serious. Let's just do a little moment of silence for Joe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like we all say a little prayer for Joe and his son. It's a big deal for Joe Rambeau tomorrow. So please take a minute here and just send some prayers. All right, guys.
We love you, Joe.
We love you, Joe. We know you're
And we
going to
love you, Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
I'll call. I'm going to call you later today. Are you doing anything today? Do you have a show today?
I do have a show that I'm running tonight, but it was pre-recorded, so I'm
Okay,
around,
cool.
brother.
I'll call you
And
later.
also, actually, if I could, because I haven't had a chance to do this on the air.
Yeah.
Also, while we're on the prayer train, I would also like to send out prayers for our good friend Derek Johnson. Lost his father. I believe it was over the weekend. He just posted something about it. So our thoughts and prayers to him as well. But
You got it.
Yep.
To
Thank you,
everyone.
gentlemen.
Thanks, Dave. See
Thank
you
you,
soon,
Dave.
buddy.
See you,
Good to
buddy.
see you guys.
Later, man. He's the best.
Love him, man.
Yeah. I just love how cool he stays so cool. It's like, oh yeah, well, Trump called me yesterday, bro. I can't wait to get to that point. All right, man, great show.
Yeah.
To the audience, we'll be back with another great presenter next week. We just wanted to kind of recap. Matt and I take a deep breath, see where we stand with everything, to let the audience know really kind of where we are through all of this.
Yeah.
You know? So, all right, guys, we will be back tomorrow with
12
something.
noon East.
12 noon. We can't wait to see you. See you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Mickey and Matt, yeah, they're cranking it up. Joking down theories like a hyperactive pup. Rambo Joe lit the fuse. Dave said take control. Now we're broadcasting live above the rabbit hole. Ancient aliens, lizard kings, government plots and shadowy things. Laughing while they're chasing the truth in the dark. Are we crazy? Sure, but that's the spark. So smash that like button, buckled in tight. We're going down deeper than a Q drop tonight. Tinfoil shining, the jokes are rolling. Hold on, folks, the truth is scrolling. Yeah, smash that like button. Welcome to the show. We're live above the rabbit hole. Ooh. Yeah, Mickey's on the mic, dropping jokes like bombs. Matt's taking notes while he's reading the Psalms. Bigfoot, chemtrails, the man in black. Whatever you believe, they'll make you laugh back. Was it real? Was it staged? Was the moon landing fake? Ask the boys, they know the code. Or at least they'll improvise an episode. So much for staying above the rabbit hole. They dove in head first, no parachute. They just let go from zero to adrenochrome real quick. Mickey yelling, these people are sick. Hollywood elites are fucked in the head. Liberals losing their minds, eating paint chips full of lead. Nobody gives a shit about Nancy Stupid Guthrie. That whole story's fake and gay is pure horse fuckery. Media needs to focus on the Epstein files, exposing the pedos with the creepy ass smiles. The fuckers eating babies in the Seaford lair. Shoot them in the face, I don't even care. Stealing the elections, ballots in the dead of night. Dominion machines flipping votes left and right. Corruption, central lobbyists buying laws. Politicians drifting while they clap and applaud. Pockets lined with cash from all the fraud. Smash that like button, like the madness roll. Welcome to the wild side, above the rabbit hole.